So we're right here at the CES Blogger Corner at the Imperial Palace with Robert Yen of Getty Images. You're making, what are you doing in the Getty Images?
Okay, I'm a PhD in electrical engineering, University of Illinois, 84. My former office mate in grad school was Martin Eberhard, who co-founded Tesla Motors. So I got two things going on. I became a famous photographer in 1993. I got a jet crash, and then I got hooked up with Gamma Liaison, which got bought out by Getty Images. The second reason I'm here is I'm a PhD and I'm doing research. I'm investigating mobile media solutions, iTunes video podcasting, and live webcasting using mobile blogs, like a Text America, Blogger.com, Lib.tv. So I'm investigating ways to give niche markets like off-road racing some much-needed exposure. In other words, a PR marketing tool. So every motorsports, like NASCAR, Formula One, they'll have live coverage, but the off-road racing, the bottle races, out in the middle of nowhere. So how do you get live video and pictures?
So you do a lot of video blogging?
Yeah, I'm a member of the video blogging group back in 2005. Steve Chen, who's the co-founder of YouTube, was on there. Mike Hudak, the co-founder of Blip.tv, he was on there. I went on there. Of course, Steve Chen of YouTube went on to fame and fortune, got bought out by $1.65 billion.
You just got the $500 million there.
Yeah, so but they were losing $10 million a month in bandwidth charges, but then they got bought out by Google, because they knew
Google is making money on it.
Right, they're trying to make money off this huge YouTube brand name.
Huge bandwidth, huge storage. It's amazing how much.
Huge traffic. But how do you?
It's billions of terabytes.
How do you monetize that? So they're still trying to figure that out. And Lip.tv, Mike Hudak, is doing very well. They're actually a little bit better than YouTube in the sense that these videos, the content creator still retains ownership, whereas in YouTube owns it. So then Blip.tv actually has, in terms of a business model, has better for the content creator. And then I'm hanging around as an end user trying to use video blogging for auto racing, off-road racing, but I branched out to Champ Car, pavement racing. Now I even branched out to HEP, high energy physics. High energy physics is a particle accelerator, Fermilab, Stanford Linear Accelerator. Now the big one in Europe, CERN, Large Hadron Collider, which came online a year ago. Right, LHC, big news. And I'm real well connected to that community, and I got some connections there, and I'm trying to bring
make content.
Right, just the whole thing is...
The new CNN, the CNN of the future.
So the problem is with science, STEM outreach, science, technology, engineering, mathematics. There's a big JPL project launching Mars Science Laboratory in 2011. The problem is that science in general, STEM, science, technology, engineering, mathematics in the United States, they completely blew it as far as public outreach and education. So then that's...
People are not very interested in studying that anymore.
Exactly. In this country, they're more into entertainment and screwing around, goofing off.
Business?
Just everyone in this country. It's a problem with a rich country. They can afford not to be good. So they're just like the 1959 or late 1950s. The Russians beat the United States into outer space. Space because the United States got fat, stupid, and lazy. So we got the same situation here. We got some corrupt businessmen, bad real estate loans, bad insurance, $1 million bonuses, which are totally undeserved. So now we're in the same situation. Now it seems as if alternative energy is the new space, because now my former office mate Martin Eberhard co-founded Tesla Motors, so there's a lot of money being pumped into alternative energy. So this country, the United States, has to
find the solution,
re-educate, retool, just like they did in the late 50s for space. And right now China, BYD, Build Your Dreams, is a battery manufacturer. They're introducing a whole slew of electric cars this year in 2010. Tesla Motors was a revolutionary. They spurred a lot of activity. Chevrolet's introducing the Volt hybrid this fall.
At 7 o'clock tonight, the Volt is being shown here at CES.
You're kidding me?
Yeah, they're doing an event.
I missed it then. 7 o'clock?
Chevrolet Volt.
Today?
Yeah, but they're showing this navigation thing built in by, I don't know, I forgot who it was. But we have to check it out. They're here to hold CES.
Yeah, I was at the LA Auto Show.
So can I ask you, just because you bring all these gadgets here at our gadget gathering here with all the European bloggers.
Okay, this is a prosumer Sony HDV. I mean, I have the old the Sony FX1. That thing finally gave up after like 4 years, and I just got the newer one, the FX100.
So this is a 720p super high bitrate, right?
Yeah,
very high quality.
It's still using mini DV tape, but I love it. It's very it's affordable and it does great video.
Oh, HDV, sorry.
Right.
Is it 1080 then?
1080i. Okay. So this is a digital SLR, Canon 5D Mark II.
This is like also very good at making video, no?
Oh yeah, I can do video, but I use it mainly for stills. It's 22 megapixel, got a nice lens, and I have a full.
That camera is good for Getty images.
Oh yeah, and this is a Canon 80 to 200 constant aperture f 2.8, and I got a fisheye lens here, Canon 50mm.
So you were showing your devices there. It took half an hour to show all the things that you have.
Yeah, it's like.
You're using this Mac?
Yeah, just a new MacBook Pro. Okay. With
nice colors.
With a Sprint Wi-Fi card. I can get on the web.
That's super. And you were even showing off the awesome Arcos, and you have this weak signal over here. What is this weak signal?
Digital TV, but we can't get the TV reception inside the casino. The walls are can't
It's DTV.
Digital TV.
Awesome.
It's great. And this Philips iPod player. You can
the iPod player.
Stick your iPod in there.
Cool.
Bigger screen.
Where's your Arcos?
I'll go get it right now. Arcos is right here.
So you're showing this awesome Arcos, but this is
Arcos 8500.
8500. It's a PMP where you have your videos and stuff on it. Good.
Awesome. It's a French-based solution. It doesn't have the marketing like an Apple, but it's a very, very nice solution.
So you pack everything, all your things in this bag? Just one bag?
Backpack. And this around my shoulder, this around my neck. And I forgot to tell you, this is a panorama camera.
Panorama.
It's a Sigma 8mm.
Yeah. Could I ask you something over here? Just 1 second. So you were talking about the Mars missions, and let's go back to you over there. Sorry. You have some opinions about robotics in space, right?
Right. The big three: artificial intelligence, computer vision, and robotics. That is the driving technology between for autonomous navigation, robotic vehicles on Earth, but it can also be, of course, used in space, autonomous navigation by robotic spacecraft. Martin Eberhard, the co-founder of Tesla Motors, he was my office mate in grad school in summer of 1981. He was working in computer vision and robotics. He and I had the same master's thesis advisor. He did his master's thesis on robotics. I did it on computer graphics.
Right.
We had the same, and it turned out that his supervisor, Dr. Robert Chen, had two sons. Andrew Chen is now director of research at Intel, MIT PhD, a powerful guy, and his other son, Steve Chen, has the artificial intelligence group at Jet Propulsion Laboratory, and that's the group that's sending these robotic spacecraft. They have to have some, they call it semi-autonomous. They have to have semi-robotic capability because the time delay between Mars and Earth is like 45 minutes.
Yeah, so they have to do everything automatically.
Some of it, but they do have a human operator back at JPL master control.
So they go there and then they figure it out themselves.
So it's real interesting that Martin Eberhard, he was a big sports car fan all his life, and even back in graduate school. He's a very nice guy, very gregarious guy. Came to our lab, the first day he invited us back to his apartment in his driving a 67 Mustang. And so what is it, 30 odd years later, he co-founded Tesla Motors after becoming a serial entrepreneur. He sold his last company, Media.
Electric cars.
Yeah, he's a big sports car fan. A sports car is not a car, it's an extension of one's personality. It's a sports car is an entertainment device. Look at all this. Look at your little thing. It's all entertainment device.
I also wanted 6 months, you know.
It's all entertainment. They're not video cameras. They're not still cameras. They're entertainment devices. This is the key. This is why it's such a mass. We're CES Consumer Electronics Show. It should be renamed Consumer Entertainment Show. It's all about entertainment.
Yeah.
It's about having fun. It's about having a good time.
And it's also about useful things. The internet is everything we have in society is influenced by computers and the internet.
But look at Las Vegas. Las Vegas is pure entertainment.
Yeah.
We got casinos, you got gambling, you got shows.
Yeah. And people singing.
Bobby Baldwin is a famous casino executive. He's a friend of mine.
Yeah.
He called me back in January 2005 wanting a business proposal because he and his son BJ Baldwin race off-road. So that's the key to Las Vegas, is capturing an audience. And Bobby Baldwin was a pioneer in bringing Cirque du Soleil.
Yeah.
Because Cirque du Soleil, once it came to Vegas, it was a traveling troupe. Now it's an icon, a mainstay of casino entertainment. Cirque du Soleil, it's huge.
Yeah, this is a billionaire. The guy who started it, or at least millionaire.
Yeah. By the way, Bobby Baldwin was.
I saw him play poker where he just told the guy, we just forget the last hand because the guy just lost all his money, whatever, and he said, don't worry, we just played again.
Bobby Baldwin is a genius. He became a very successful Las Vegas casino executive because of his background in poker playing. Poker is a good analogy for business and the game of life. It's about risk management. Once he did a smart thing, he quit while he was ahead as far as a poker player. He started as a casino executive at the Golden Nugget.
Yeah.
Rose up to the top level management very quickly. He was Steve Wynn's right-hand man. Steve Wynn is a Las Vegas,
#1
pioneer.
Cool.
So
what's your blog? Where's your video gonna go?
Okay, my website is jumplive.com.
Yeah.
If you go to iTunes store, do a search on Bob Yen, you see all my video blogs, mostly off-road racing, some Las Vegas casinos. These are all test video blogs. And I also have one for pavement racing Champ Car, and I also have one for a lot of stuff like LA Auto Show, the 2008 Rose Bowl, 2010 Rose Bowl, SEMA 2009, just last year.
Cool.
These are all test video blogs. I'm a not-for-profit technology demonstrator.
Yeah.
So
YouTube should figure out a way to monetize this much better for us.
Yeah. See, right now I'm in the transition stage. I put 80,000 my own money into it. Yeah. And I put like a lot of my own time. So I have like $500,000 into this whole thing. So right now it's time to transition to business model. So I'm looking for qualified business people who know how to run a business. And I would be retained as a technology consultant, and maybe a little percentage of the business proceeds.
Yeah.
So I would still continue my role as a technology prototyper.
Cool.
My business is really research. Right now, what I've been doing, I've been using existing technology, just like all you guys here, and playing with the technology.
All this stuff.
Right. So it's like going out in the real world and playing with the technology.
Black stuff with electronics inside. Cool.
So then I finally met someone my caliber. I mean, all you people here, just technology crazy.
Yeah.
Widgets, gadgets.
Now we just need to have better solutions from all these guys that are coming here to CES. All these companies, they need to come with the perfect solutions to actually change the business models for everybody.
Exactly.
For the better.
Needs and solutions. Fortune magazine, needs and solutions. These developers, companies try to measure what the consumers want, their needs, and they just develop solutions based on those needs. Very simple.
Cool.
Apple is a very famous example of their experts in usability, and also they know how to integrate existing technology, put it in a nicely packaged product. They have a good brand name, they market it like crazy, and they got a real loyal brand following. And you have to pay, of course, you have to pay a high price point for Apple products.
All right.
That's the price you have to pay for their effort. Okay. So anyway, I'm pretty excited that NASA JPL, they're throwing $2 million at this iTunes video podcasting for PR marketing for the Mars Science Laboratory 2011 mission. Six-wheel rover to explore Mars 2011. It's a bigger version of what they have now. It's not going to bounce on the surface of Mars with a balloon, but it's going to be parachuted down. It's big, it's very heavy.
So there's going to be video podcasting on that.
Right, we want to do PR marketing to outreach to the public, educate the public, and do some.
All these PhD geniuses, they just need to talk on video and have people watching.
The problem with scientists and engineers, including STEM outreach, science, technology, engineering, mathematics outreach, is that they tend to get tunnel vision. They tend to think that the public understands what they understand, but the problem is the American public, especially, I hate to say it, but it's a friend of mine. He's a University of Arizona geologist. He said the American public is skewed over to the dolt. I mean, I'm sorry to be so insulting, but it's like education in this country, especially science, it's completely floundered.
Obama needs to start something.
Obama is a Harvard alumni. His wife is Princeton alumni. So they're educated. They hired Dr. Stephen Chu, Stanford physicist, Nobel laureate. You interviewed him, head of the Secretary of Energy. He realized the book knowledge people, these scientists.
Now they need to make things happen.
Exactly. Finally, it's like there was a program called From Students to Scientists, a bunch of Nobel laureates, and one of the Nobel laureates in medicine said, maybe if we got some people in science in Washington, maybe we'd get somewhere. So that's what Obama's doing. Then Dr. Stephen Koonin, a physicist, MIT PhD, nuclear physics, is now the Undersecretary of Science at the Department of Energy. And Stephen Chu and Stephen Koonin came together, started this ATVM, Advanced Technology Vehicle Manufacturing Program by the Department of Energy to stimulate alternative fuel vehicles in the entrepreneurial stage. Tesla Motors got $450 million in ATVM loans. Ford got $1.2 billion ATVM loan. And Fisker Motors, Fisker's founded by Henry Fisker, a former BMW designer, got $180 million for his company. So I think this is the way out of America's whole economic recession after all the corruption. It's ridiculous. I cannot believe how low this country has sunk. The only way out of it is America's intellectual property. Many of the Nobel laureates are from top flight American universities. That's America's strength. I mean, they recovered from being beat into the space by the Russians, and within, 10 years, they were the first to land a man on the moon. So this country's got potential. We're in the same situation here. I think the next challenge of alternative energy, electric cars, hybrid cars.
Yeah. They should just give all the money to the engineers and let them make a better world.
I think the key, technology is the key. Technology is produced by engineers, but in the way back in the real top-down, scientists
know what's good.
Scientists do research which creates the technology, but the engineers can apply the tech to bring it out as a product.
Less politicians and more scientists.
Yeah, we need the problem with people saying politicians are liars, are crooks, unfortunately. But finally we got something like a semi-decent politician, Obama, who knows about book knowledge and hired the right people. So I think maybe we get this country back on the road to success.
Good. Let's look forward to that.
Technology is the key. I mean, you're a technology freak, so am I. Caltech, they call their engineering division Engineering and Applied Sciences. Robbie Gordon, famous NASCAR racer from off-road, he says engineering and science. Both, engineer and science. So the two people at the Department of Energy, they're both scientists, PhDs, physicists.
Cool. So, have a good show.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a good time.
This is the new bag? Or is it last year's bag?
New bag.
This is this year's bag.
So make sure you go to Venetian room 2202.
I want this bag.
And get your free bag.
It's a nice bag.
I was gonna get an extra one. If I got an extra one, I would have given one to you right now.
Okay, cool. Nice bag. Thanks.